The Krka River and numerous lakes that contain natural dams forms a border between North and Central Dalmatia and travels 75 kilometers through the Croatian hills. The best way to experience the river is by boat, upstream from Lake Visovac to Roški Slap. The Skradinski Waterfalls form a natural dam in the river of this 12-kilometer-long lake that is situated in the center of the Krka National Park, which was inaugurated in 1985. The river valley becomes narrower and meanders through the rugged semi-desert of Dalmatian karst and green-colored gorges. A tranquil place. Suddenly, the first spectacular waterfall, Roški Slap, appears. A sparkling cascade of pearls between the trees, more than 600 meters in length. Above Roški Slap and before the water plunges down to Lake Visovac, the calm and reflective waters of the national park make this landscape even more beautiful. The grey rock, with its layers of reddish marl, is reminiscent of Utah and Arizona, which is why the German Winnetou films were shot in this area. A number of well-thought-out wooden steps leads down from the edge to the riverbed below, which was created during millions of years. Upriver, the valley widens again and the trees struggle against the gently flowing water. The Krka River and its cascades is a natural karst phenomenon. It not only cuts canyons into the rock, but also deposits the resultant debris from the limestone and thus forms several natural barriers. The waterfalls at Krka are comparatively young. For around 10,000 years, the river's constant interplay of both erosion and sedimentation has been subject to constant change. There's fauna and flora too. So far, 860 different plant varieties and subspecies have been catalogued here. Between the wild waterfalls, the scenery is relaxing, with both landscape and wildlife in perfect harmony. Ducks are camouflaged in the tall grass, and many other amphibians, reptiles and fish are also hidden there, difficult to spot. Rare insects also enjoy the unique habitat of this river landscape. many natural dams. While visiting the K&K Navy, Austrian Emperor Franz Josef also wants to see the Krka Waterfalls. So a vantage point was built for him, facing the Roški Slap, the park's largest and most beautiful waterfall. Back at Lake Visovac, several old watermills are located at an outflow which was once where grain was ground and clothing washed. This is the beginning of the longest waterfall of the Krka Valley, Skradinski Buk. The masses of water gradually advance to the most spectacular travertine waterfall in Europe. The waterfall consists of rauvaka, barriers, islands and lakes. At this point, several river valleys merge and a particularly narrow section begins, forming rapids. The water thunders across a length of 800 meters and over 17 barriers, and covers a total difference in altitude of 240 meters in iridescent green travertine basins. It is the seventh and final waterfall of the Krka on its journey to the Adriatic, sometimes up to 400 meters wide and with dozens of amazing cascades. "12 kilometers from Šibenik, and depending on the season, various large quantities of water crash down to the Prokliansko jezero. The water makes its way through small forests and rock sediment that have formed one limestone sinter terrace after another. These rauvaka are a natural phenomenon of the park. Cast, deposited from the water, collects on moss and algae and gradually forms a natural barrier on the riverbed. The fact that the Krka doesn't run dry, as with most Croatian rivers on their way to the coast, is due to the particularly high calcium dioxide content of the water. It coats the riverbed with an impermeable layer of tuff. Here, nature has created a wonder, an intriguing spectacle of both water and landscape.